Hi everyone, welcome to episode 2 of Conchas con. When there's no words, that's when you know this shit hits. Today I have a very special guest.
Sida, the next mayor of Fontana. I'm just saying it now.
That's right. Well, I was going to introduce her, but yeah, the next mayor of Fontana. She's a comedian, community organizer, leader for the people, and soon to be the next mayor of Fontana. So thanks, Joss, for being here. Appreciate you.
Let's get it right. I'm already the people's mayor.
She's already the people's mayor, yeah. Awesome. So thanks for being here, Joss. I really appreciate you. We're going to make conchas with our concha cake that we launched last Sunday.
Amazing.
So you want to open it? By the way, you want to do this by hand or you want to use the mixer?
Pues by hand.
By hand? Ok. Y si te cansas, pues ya lo aventamos al mixer, va.
No se cansa, no se rinde uno.
Ándale, so vamos a aventar tu puñito de harina de mix right in front of you, ¿ok? Just dump it in there.
Yo estaba viendo el otro. Yo estaba avanzada. I was already advanced.
So you have a pack of these, that's it. And we're just gonna dump it in there.
Do you know I always wanted easy bake oven? I never got one.
Well, this is gonna be your easy bake conchas.
Yeah, this is easy for real.
Okay, now let's start mixing the dry component first.
Ooh, Lordy mercy. Oh, this feels good too.
Yeah.
This reminds me of my abuelito.
Tu abuelito era panadero, ¿no?
Era panadero mi abuelito allá en Monterrey, Nuevo León.
Y arriba al norte, y si no, que chequen el mapa.
Eso sí es cierto. Yeah, my grandfather was a baker and he wanted to pass it down to the family, but nobody kind of took it on. Pero tengo primos que abrieron una hamburger stand and they're like, they do like such kitchen, but...
¿Hacen el pan o nada más lo venden?
Venden las hamburguesas. Pero, ¿cómo se hace con eso?
Yeah, no, just bring it together. We're gonna share one.
Dude, I feel like I'm more sweet.
Whatever.
Also, I have to break it out like that?
Sí, ajá. Well, what was the next step? Pero fíjate, mira, con tu mano lo haces en el centro. Make a little hoyito así. Just with your hand, with your hand.
Oh, okay, with your hand.
Ah,
I was
sí,
thinking about how it makes sandcastles, but it's just... ¿Sabes a qué se siente esto?
¿Qué se siente?
Un mazapán.
Ajá, like a crumbly, like the mazapán so about the size of your fist. Okay, ya te medí tus 8 onzas de agua. Now,
8 onzas are 8 ounces.
Yeah. You were asking me if I had to measure. You have to measure.
I was so scared because sometimes when I make pancakes, I end up making like 50.
Right, you
I'm
start.
like, ¿sabes qué? Le falta un poquito de leche. ¿Sabes qué? Le falta un huevo. ¿Sabes qué? Le falta un poquito más leche. ¿Sabes qué? Le falta más harina. Next thing you know,
And then you make dinner for 30 people.
yeah,
Breakfast.
I started inviting the neighborhood. I'm like, ¿quieren pancakes?
Espérate, tranquila. So vamos a hacer poco a poquito porque si no va a ser un desmadre.
Okay.
Fíjate, con una mano vamos a echar agua y con la otra mano vamos a mixtear. Le echamos un chorrito.
Un chorrito.
Un poquito más chorrito de eso. Ok, ahora fíjate. Agarramos mix from the sides. We bring it in. Y ahora con la punta de tus dedos, you start mixing. And it starts getting gooey, like slime.
Oh, como mazapán con agua.
Ahora, as you do that, keep adding water, little by little, okay? Were you the kid with the stinky egg salad in the school bus?
No.
Or in the field trips? Yo sí.
Yo sí era de a bologna sandwich with 7 jalapenos on the side. A mí me encantaba los jalapeños. Yo sí, nomás me echaba como 5 con un sándwich. Una mordida y me cagaba un...
Pues mi papá me contaba que
Am I doing it right? Because I feel like I'm...
Yeah, dude, there's no wrong way. You're just mixing. There's no wrong way of doing this. Nada. If you feel like se te está saliendo el agua, para eso tienes este. You bring it in, okay? Just look. You keep adding water and adding water, and as you add water, you mix the dry. Do you have any experience cooking other than what your mom told you to make?
No. So I do have experience cooking.
No se
like
nota.
unos huevos rancheros, unos huevos cocidos, revueltos.
Lechita con cereal.
También, una vez me aviento con la arena. Obvious. No, I do know how to cook. The only problem is that I don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So I always try to find the partner that knows how to cook.
So you gotta break it. You gotta break it. But I would suggest only one hand.
Yeah.
So with your other hand, you can scoop it. So right now, if you wanna, let me clear this out of your way. And you wanna all of this.
Consistency.
Yeah, all of that. Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Bring it in.
Like a team.
So Joss,
Yes.
we know that you're a comedian.
Yes.
Right? Like you're obviously very funny.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes.
But aside from that, if people don't know who you are, what do you like? How do you spend your day? What do you do for a living aside from running for mayor?
Yeah, no. So I actually work for a really cool environmental org that actually got to be the first director of, and San Bernardino County and Riverside County, so I'm in charge of both counties. And what we do is that we like to connect folks with nature, we fight for advocacy so that we don't get more polluters in our communities, work with national campaigns to ensure that we're protecting our natural spaces and our, national monuments and preserve all that good stuff. And so it's really powerful. Yeah, public lands, todo eso bien maravilloso, but I'm really honored to be the first one ever, not only be the first Latina, but also like open that door for the next person,
Right.
And I was able to come back home, and that was the job that I got. And it's super rare to have jobs like that in Empire.
Yeah. So let me help you out with your dough. We're gonna throw it in the mixer.
Okay.
Porque veo que ya te estás cansando.
Dude, I think I'll have to cut half in this pot.
Yeah, look, haciendo pan.
¿Sabes qué? Va a saber bien rico mi pan, porque it's gonna have literally sweat, love.
And tears? No, tears no vas a llorar.
Tears of joy. Actually,
Tears
I
of joy.
don't really cry. I already cried.
El tiempo de llorar ya pasó ya. So mira, con el scraper, clean up your hand. And you guys, if you do this at home, that's like if you have a mixer, obviously it's gonna be a lot better, right? But if you don't, nomás te va a tocar tiempo amasar, pero mira, es cuando sacas el fuá.
También tienes que poner unas rolas, que van a ver.
Sí, pero ahorita si ponemos música no,
Sí.
no nos van a oír.
No, yo sí canto.
Pero just in your head pretend we're like, ahí está el Wookiee.
No, recuerdo. I'll raise it to Missy earlier. Okay. I need a glass of that too. Just kidding.
Okay, échamelo aquí. Just stick it in there, as much as you can.
That's
Perfect. Now we're gonna take a little break. We're gonna throw this in the mixer. Te vas a lavar las manos. I'm gonna finish this, and we're gonna come back and start working on the dough, ¿vale?
Ooh, okay.
Vale. Perfect. So, andamos sudando como perros porque es trabajo. So, we use the mixer to, increase the speed on the dough. Y fíjate, si ahora si la agarras, así, ya no se te pega. Mira, it's not sticky at all.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and that's at home if when you buy your kids, this is the consistency you're looking for to know when your entire product is mixed well. So now, vamos a hacer una bolita con las dos manos, así, bring it in together. Bueno, déjale ayudo un poquito.
No, hice bien, no.
You're trying to like bring it in, mira. Así. And now we're gonna let the dough.
That is an amazing skill.
You did that.
No,
you did that.
You know what? The inside is me, the heart, but the community is the outside. Just you.
Okay. She did it, right? And so, if you've never made bread before,
Never.
and you got this as a gift or whatever, aside from the la chinga que te vas a llevar, amasando a mano y sudando
But if
y
you
todo.
put some good music, I'm pretty sure you'll be like, dale, dale,
Right.
dale.
Anybody can do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Anybody can do it. If you have a mixer at home, obviously it's a lot faster, easier. But if you
Triggered.
don't,
Triggered.
why is it a trigger?
You know what? That amazing mixer was a gift somebody gave to my ex, and I did not appreciate that when
Yeah,
I went and used it myself afterwards.
She almost broke my mixer,
It's
in the
fine.
whole conversation, but whatever. Okay, now vamos a dejar reposar a la masa.
Okay.
We here at the bakery have a proofer, just like a proofing cabinet. It's at about 100 degrees with a little bit of steam, and so it just makes the dough and the yeast react. If at home, if you don't have a proofer, obviously, maybe you want to preheat your oven a little bit, turn it off, and then put the dough in there for about 10-15 minutes so that the heat of the oven activates the yeast.
That's
So
incredible.
here we're gonna use obviously the tools that we have at the bakery, right? So vamos a agarrar una charolita. You can do this at home with a bowl or a tray as well. Vamos a agarrar, you can have a little bit of oil or you have spray. You spray.
Okay.
Remember which one's yours, eh?
Yes, this was mine. Can I
Okay.
put a J on it? No?
Pues se va a perder, a ver, se va a perder.
No, it's okay.
It's okay, just remember, okay? Mira, la
Oh,
mía va a estar,
I think I know. Mine
la mía va a
has-
estar como huevo, la tuya va a estar circular, ¿va?
Ah, okay. Yours is like a football.
There you go, okay. So
Mine's a
ahora
soccer ball.
va para el proofer.
A proofer. That's so cool.
Cool. And then now we just wait about 10-15 minutes till the dough and the yeast and the gluten activates so we can start haciendo bolitas for the next step, okay?
How many conchas salen de esa bolita?
So of that
Yeah.
1 pound bag of mix that you got, you can get about 10 large conchas
Oh, wow.
or about 20 mini conchas.
Wow.
So ahorita you get to decide what you're gonna do. Your charola, you fill it up with, if you wanna take a bunch of conchitas home or a lot of conchas large or whatever, you know, you can make it. I'll show you how to make tortugas, cuernitos, camarones.
Wow.
We'll show you how to make all that. Patos.
Wow, that's incredible, especially because it's a holiday. Yeah, this is awesome. This is awesome.
Sale. So we'll be back in a little bit. Okay, Joe, so the dough has been resting for about 15 minutes. And again, we have a sproofer here, so it's a lot faster at home. It will probably take about 30, 40 minutes. So let's go grab it. Vamos a agarrar la masita.
Ooh, let's go.
Ya está. Nice. I've been checking it. That's why my fingertips are there.
But that's definitely mine.
That one's yours. And this one's mine. Okay. Ahora vamos a hacer bolitas. So agarra tu masita.
Okay.
Así. And then extend it almost like a salchicha. And then without kneading it too much, just bring it along to you. Así nomás.
Como like a biscuit.
Like a biscuit, yeah. O una salchichota, yo le digo. Roll it towards
Oh,
you.
word.
Perfect. There you go.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
Daste poquito para acá si quieres, para agárrate tu masita. Okay. Ahora, vamos a hacer conchitas grandes. You asked me how many conchas can we get out of this. You can get up to 10 large conchas or 20 mini conchas. And we can do some figuras in between and whatnot, okay?
Okay.
So, you're gonna grab it at home. If you will have like a cutter, a scraper, whatever. If not, para eso tenemos las manos.
You can't cut it with this?
Yeah, you can, pero te digo, para eso tenemos las manos.
Ah, okay.
So, we're pretending at home you don't have nothing.
I've always learned work smart, not hard. But I
No,
guess,
pero aquí al pan es
I
como
guess
se
now
debe.
we're working
Como se
hard
debe.
and smart.
Como tu abuelito le hacía.
Eso sí, sí.
Okay?
You know, one time he burned his face.
¿Del horno?
Like así con el humo.
Yeah.
And he used vitacilina
Vitacilina.
to like make it his face smooth again.
Yeah, I burned my pelitos de aquí de mi brazo. I burned them with like the oven and stuff. Yeah,
Oh man,
así.
dude, it does happen.
It happens. Okay, mira. The size of the palm of your hand.
Yes.
So graba la bolita and then you rip it. Okay, a ver. Show it to me. So va a ser una conchota, but that's okay. So la ponemos y vamos a hacer un circulito, an imaginary circle. We're gonna round it. With the palm of your hand, you're gonna pressure it, and between your fingers, you're gonna roll it. So you make like a cloud. Have you ever, you know what huevos in Spanish is?
Yeah.
Huevos, así.
Oh, yeah, no. Mami, no sé nada.
So como si hicieras huevos así,
Ajá.
hacemos ese movimiento, okay?
Okay.
So you grab it and then you kind of roll it around. Roll it around, como huevos a la mesa, huevos a la mesa. So for the next about 5 minutes or so, we're gonna continue doing this.
Okay.
Okay? All right, so now we got all our bolitas. Jaws got a little bit, adventurous. He wanted to make some conchotas. I don't know why.
I want to make unas tortas de
Unas
concha.
tortas de concha. You know they call those bombas?
Bombas con huevitos.
In
frijolitos.
Veracruz.
Oh.
Bomba. So it's a sandwich of a torta
Sí.
with beans and chorizo.
Allá en Chicago yo lo probé con chilaquiles.
Yeah, well, at Alebrijes Bakery we sell tortas de chilaquiles con milanesa.
Ya
by
les
the way.
dije, pues,
They're
¿por qué
called
le puse
tecolotas.
plug? Le puse plug.
Yeah, I had to do this. I mean,
Alley-oop.
right?
Alley-oop.
Okay, pon tu mano. Ahí te va manteca. You don't know what manteca was, huh? Back in the
No,
day?
not at all. I knew manteca was manteca, pero no sé de dónde venía. And so the one day, mi mamá me mandó a la tienda y me dijo, mijo, ¿me traes manteca? Y yo, sí, mami, tengo manteca. And then I went to the store and I'm like, excuse me, where can I find the manteca? And they're like, what was that? And I was like, where's the manteca? You put it on beans and stuff. And they're like, oh, you mean lard? I'm like, ew, that's disgusting.
What the fuck is lard?
And they were like, that's that. I'm like, oh, and it said manteca. I was like, oh,
And you're
damn.
like, oh.
I was like, no wonder I have beautiful skin.
That happens to us ESL. We're gonna put this, right? ESL kids.
Oh, this is,
we
look
don't
at that.
know.
No wonder.
So why are we doing this? You know why we're doing
Is
this?
it to make it delicious?
Well, aside from tasting delicious, yeah, we're doing this para cuando le pongamos el topping,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't come off. It doesn't fall
Oh,
off. Have you ever seen those ugly conchas that they sell at Stater Brothers and all the crust is off because they don't know how to make conchas
Very
like
disgusting.
Stater Brothers. I want to get in Stater Brothers one day, but so if
Just
you're
in
watching
case.
this Stater Brothers,
Let's make it better.
I'm doing this out of the kindness of my heart. The topping comes off because it doesn't have
The
manteca, right?
They probably have Pam.
Yeah,
What's it called,
just
Pam?
avocado oil,
Avocado
Okay.
oil, seed oil.
All right, so now we're gonna take a little bit off, just a little bit off.
This was my other rag, but okay.
That's okay. Ya llevas como 20 racks. It's okay.
That is true.
All right, so now we're gonna put the conchitas in your charola.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Beautiful. Okay. All right, so now we have all our conchas. Yo, that's gonna be a massive ass concha.
I'm so
excited
excited.
for that one. Yeah. Okay, we wanna, if you're at home, don't put it all the way to the edge of the tray because when the concha bakes, it's gonna bake with a 90 degree angle.
You're right.
It's gonna bake with a 90-degree angle. Okay, perfect. Now we're gonna open the rest of our concha kit. You have your concha kit with you?
Yes, right here.
Okay. Vamos a hacer nuestra montañita de harina aquí. So open your flour. And that comes when you buy the concha kit, it all comes with it. So you don't have to worry about, where am I gonna get flour from? It's already in your kit. Okay, we're also gonna get our concha paste that comes in the kit, everything. Here vamos a hacer salchichitas, so just prep it in front of you as little salchichitas.
Okay. If I was in a cooking show on the Food Network, I would be like, Gordon Ramsay would be like, get out of my kitchen.
What an Ivy Gordon Ramsay to you.
Grace, right? Imagínate. That'd be funny. He goes, you know what? Cut. Just kidding.
You seen that scene where he grabs them with the buns and like, you're a sandwich vale mierda or something like that. Con las conchas.
A mayonnaise sandwich, I think he said. It's so funny though, because imagine if I'm doing this for like 100,000 people and I'm just like, guys, wait for me. You know what? Everybody gets a peanut butter and jelly.
Okay, ¿ya? ¿Tienes tus salchichas?
Yeah.
Vamos a ponerle aquí la salchichita enfrente.
Okay, my bad.
It's okay.
Incredible.
Ready for the next step, Joss?
Yes.
Now we get our hands full of flour. So get it in there. Nice and floured. And now you get to decide what you're going to put on your conchas. You want them with white, you want them with pink, you want them with chocolate, whatever you want.
Okay.
So for us, like a concha this big, I use about this much. So this will be the equivalent for that. So te voy a dejar este as a sample. You can see how much to grab.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Once you grab it, hacemos como estuviera haciendo tortillas.
Okay.
Así. Y la amasamos en nuestra mano, like with the palm of your hand.
Yeah.
Just get it. It doesn't have to be super flat. It doesn't have to be skinny thin.
Okay.
But it just has to get a little bit like almost like a little circulito, right? Like a platito. And then we're gonna put it on top of the concha.
Like this
This will be for these three.
Like this,
Y luego agarras más harina en tu mano, and then we start dabbing it. Pa, pa, pa. So picture this is your rival for city council or for mayor.
No, I don't want any violence. But I am picturing this as something that I want to bring to the community. Good concha making class for the whole city.
Hey, and you can hire me.
That's the whole point.
Yeah. Beautiful. So this is going to be your concha blanca. And
my
now
God, that's so
we
cool.
do all of them.
Okay, let's
Now you're going to see now from the next scene, it's going to be ya van a estar acabadas, okay?
Okay.
Next step, we're just going to let them rest. We're going to put them in the proofer, and that's when we're going to talk about a little bit more in depth of why it is that you're here today.
Okay. Let's do it.
Because I have a fundraiser tomorrow.
No sarcasm. I love it.
Ya acabé. So, we have all the conchas ya tapaditas, you know, ahí esa va a salir bien bonita, bien preciosa. Esta la arreglamos porque le diste un putazo con tu mano.
Yeah, that was great. That was good times.
Pero ahí está. Ok, ahora vamos a marcarla, fíjate. Just mark it, mark it, mark it, mark it. Because let's say at home, you don't have, obviously, a concha stamp. So you want to press into it to make sure to mark it. Try to get all the way around.
Okay.
Like because it's a sphere. It's not a flat surface. Dale. Y así le vamos a dar a todas. But we're at a bakery, Joss. You know what that means?
More creativity?
We have concha stamps.
Oh,
So you grab...
I was all excited. I was like...
Yeah, so you dab it in flour, because if you don't dab it, se va a pegar. And then mira. A little bit more, a little más fuerza, más fuerza. Push it down. Ándale. And then you go, mira. Diablos. Espérate que te doy una más grande para esa. There's sizes too. Esta grandota, para que salga bonita. Esa be gentle, ¿vale? Así. Ándale. Damn.
I'm all proud of myself.
Okay.
One more time.
Beautiful.
¿Sabes qué?
Nada más. Mande.
Ya se armó.
Ya se armó. ¿Ya está, Ira?
Oh.
Wow. Okay, next step, we're gonna let them rest on the same proofer where we were rising our dough. We're gonna let these rest. How do you know when they're ready? When they're 3/4 of this size, and when the dough is cracking through the mark that you made,
Okay,
you're
let me
gonna
make
see a
this
little
one
bit of the
better,
dough.
'cause it's
Echa la otra. Ándale. Perfecto. Pásame tu charola. Vámonos para aquí adentro al proofer. Woo! Ándale, a que crezcan. All right. Now we're gonna clean up a little bit y nos vamos a sentar a chismear un ratito, ¿vale?
Sale.
Vale. All right, so now we have the conchas resting.
Sale.
Sudamos, yo me cansé un poquito, you know, I worked all morning and then we're hitting here, so ya estoy un poco cansado.
First time ever doing it, la primera vez, first time. But you know, I really liked it because I embodied a lot of like how hard work this is, you know, when you
Dude.
think about when you go to restaurants
Dude.
with conchas and you eat Como quiero que veas, la gente trabaja duro, le
Right.
echan amor a todo lo que hacen y cada vez que uno, when you try that food and you're like, I just remember my grandfather and he was 99 when he passed away and, you know, to know that he was a businessman. He had the bakery and then when he couldn't pass that along, he opened a little convenience store in the house
La
in
tiendita.
Mexico, in Monterrey, and then I would be there and I would help him sell. I was like 5 years old and everything. So it was beautiful and I thought my grandfather would today.
Oh, you know, I feel proud that you allowed me to bring that in. Talking about, I grew up in a little convenience store too down in Mexico.
Oh, wow.
And my mom had a little convenience store. None of my family are panaderos, so I'm, hopefully, you know, when I have kids, grandkids, they think of like that. Like my grandpa started this crazy business of selling conchas online, so you know that's full circle.
It's full circle.
I'll hit you up in 70 years and see where we are, okay?
I better have my face on my brush.
Okay, so I kind of wanted to touch back on, you mentioned Chicago, you mentioned coming back to the IE, and people know you like as a comedian, but you're also a community organizer. I see you as a community leader. When we first met, I met you because I saw my friend Jen post about you. And I was like, a new face in Fontana, that's not the same old Democrat running again and again and again for mayor.
Yeah.
And to me, that initially that was my first like, okay, wow, somebody new. Then I got to know you a little bit, right? Then I researched you obviously because I wasn't just gonna support for support, right? You had to have my values, right?
Wow.
And so I started researching you and I was like, okay, she's behind the scenes, she's been all over the country, and now she's running here for us in the city of Fontana. So tell us how you went from comedy to community organizer. Did you do it at the same time? And now you're running for mayor.
Yeah.
Like how, why?
So, I mean, honestly, I think it all goes hand in hand because I was able to travel the country, but I did run for school board when I was younger. And my goal was to always uplift the young people, but also the parents and have that bridge that brought us together. But of course, you know, I was 23 years old at the time. I didn't know any better. But that opened the gates for me to actually get the tools that I didn't even know I was going to need today, right? So 14 years of traveling, not just traveling for fun, but I was working on campaigns from Hawaii to New York to Miami to Las Vegas to Chicago.
Did you win any?
Yes, I won. I lost many. I won many. I ended up coaching candidates. I was behind the scenes so much that I saw the reality of what goes on. They say never meet your heroes, right? And so, full circle moment, I come back home, and I do believe that things happen for a reason.
Right.
Because I do not think that just by chance I came back home, just because destiny brought me back home. I was like, yes, I do think that, you know, sometimes your path, you have this goal, and you don't know all the curves and all the circles and all the downfalls and the heartbreaks and all the emotional, you know, things that the toll that goes to you. You know, a lot of people don't realize about how much we suffer. Like my parents, when they came from Mexico, they left their whole families behind. Sometimes not able to see them for years. And then I realized that I sacrificed a lot of times, a lot of holidays, a lot of birthdays, a lot of marriages and babies being born, all these things, because I was working on this dream of making the world a better place. But then it started feeling unachievable and unattainable because no matter how hard you worked, bad people got elected.
Right.
No matter how much you try to talk to and organize people and talk to them about how to uplift their voice, how to have a voice, that bad person wins. Or maybe the good person wins, but then they betray you.
Right.
And they betray the community. And so all those things hurt. So when I came back home, like, you know, comedy was something that I had started during COVID, like a professional. Because during the hardest times of COVID, I wanted to enjoy the people instantly. I wanted that instant gratification of joy. And it was doing great. I started my own comedy, but my comedy was also always about uplifting Latinas in comedy, uplifting Latinos in comedy, uplifting people of color in comedy, because oftentimes communities of color did not get those opportunities on stage. So even then I was advocating in a way that was in the entertainment industry. Come back home because of things that happened in my personal life, totally fine and happy to a lot of us. Come back home with my parents, they're elders. I'm like, this is where I'm meant to be. But then I see the mountain behind my house get blown up. I see our street vendors getting criminalized and being less than human, you know, humiliated, and resources of our city being used to do that. I don't want my money going to those things. I want my money to come into like ensuring that the money that we're bringing into the tax economy, that is better streets so that people can have better crosswalks, that there's truck routes are actually work, not just meaning the minimum standard.
Right.
So all these things are wrong, and I'm thinking, there's no way in the universe that I just got all these skills in the last 14 years
And
for me to sit here and just be like,
right.
because that is just not in my nature. My dad has always taught me that if you work hard and if you have goodwill and you mean well, do everything that you can. And I got that from him, and it's true, and we are like people coming for the American dream. The American dream that is to have a business, to thrive, to give people something to remember you about.
Right.
And we don't realize that sometimes we as individuals are American dream, and our ancestors' wildest dreams.
Right.
And I decided to run for mayor because I'm not gonna lie to you. I don't like to put my religion on anybody, but there was a moment where I was thinking about my life and my purpose and I said I didn't do all these things to go in vain. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it felt like a Hallmark movie. Like, Jaws returns back from the big city to her hometown. She didn't know that her fate was to fight for her city. This Christmas, right? It's like I felt that way, like my narration of my own life. And when I put myself out there, folks really just gravitate. People who knew me for years, people who met me for the first time, people who validated for me, who talked about me and hey, she's actually going to be a good, first step to change Montana. And that's really what it's for. I'm like, this is where we go. So we started 456 days.
Yeah.
We're at 213 days from November.
Vamos a la mitad.
Vamos a la mitad, pero the movement that we build is about uplifting folks like you and Cynthia and Lorena and all the folks who work hard, who mean well, who just want to bring that piece of culture, love, and entrepreneurship to a city that needs it. And as well as young people who want to give back and who want to fight for the city. It's not that we don't deserve a lot of jobs. We deserve good jobs. We deserve a good economy.
Right.
We deserve to breathe clean air. And we deserve to be treated like human beings. Not like we're just nobodies just because we speak Spanish or we have an accent or because our parents came to fight for us in this country. It is because we care about bringing culture, love, and humanity back to our city. And not just our city at this point. If we have the opportunity to become the next mayor of Montana, I say we because there's a group of us, it's not just me, we will be able to change the face of the Inland Empire. Right. And that's important to me because at the end of the day, I want to leave the door open for the next generation. I want to leave the door open for folks like yourself and others who care about the city so much they're willing to work 10 times harder just to be able to afford to live here, just to be able to stay here, and just to be able to thrive here. And that's really why I decided to run, because I'm like, there's no way in hell that I did all these things to come back home and just sit back and watch my city
continue to
be divided, be helpless.
Yeah.
Because that's how
it feels, like, right?
Yeah. It feels like our city can't even talk. Can't read.
We can't comment on Instagram.
We can't comment on Instagram, Facebook. They hide our comments. We go to City Hall. Some of us are fortunate to go at 2 p.m.
And who? I get out at 6 p.m. When am I gonna make it to a city?
Imagine students, imagine parents that are working, imagine business owners that again. So we made the People's Council. We're making the People's Chamber of Commerce. We're making and I'm the People's Mayor because after all that, I want to make sure people always have a group to go eat.
Right.
And that's the mission.
Okay, so we're talking a lot about your campaign and the reasons why you're running, but at the same time the Conchas are almost done. So let's check them and let's see, so we can keep chismeando with a couple champurrado and then the Conchas, ¿vale? So let me check on them real quick. Wow, Sida, ya están tus conchotas, Sida.
Dude, that looks beautiful. I did that.
You did that. So now we're gonna preheat the oven. In a commercial setting here at a bakery, obviously we have, nice, beautiful oven. Me costó como 10,000 baros esto. There's the TikTok that's like, how much do you think this cost? 35,000, 10,000, 25,000. So yeah, anyway. So we're gonna preheat it to 325 here at a commercial bakery at home. You probably want to do 340, 350. It's 15 minutes. At the 7-minute mark, you flip the tray and then you bake the other half. Convection ovens are really good because it does it all for you. So yeah, we're just gonna bake that, okay?
Awesome.
All right, so the conchas, they proved, they look, you did great, by the way, okay?
I am not self-conchas anymore.
You're not self-conchas anymore. For it to be your first time, your conchas are beautiful.
Thank
beautiful.
you.
That one, the big one, te va a salir perfecta. That was made, yeah, this is, pan dulce is really made with love. Talk about doing things out of love. So the current person that's sitting there for mayor, how long has she been there?
So as mayor, 16 years.
16, and then before that, as city council
Like
member.
8 years.
So over what, 20 years?
Yeah.
So since I was what, 8 years old, 9 years old, that person, the same person, has been making decisions for the city. So one thing that I feel like a lot of us, people that that are looking for the next person to step up and guide us, is one, we have expectations for you, and as you already mentioned, that all the things that you want to do. You did mention that to keep people accountable, so we're gonna keep you accountable to the things that you're saying.
Yes.
But also, what about how long you're gonna be there? People think you're gonna be there for the next 30 years also.
No.
So what do you think about the term limits in the city?
No, that's exactly one of the biggest issues I'm running on is term limits. I don't think anybody, I think the max should be 8 years for any of the city council members, including the mayor. We have a city council member that's been there since 1993.
Damn.
And then we have
Wasn't even born.
I know, Randy, I was barely like 3 years old. And we have others that have been there for 10 years, 12 years, 14 years. And then we have the mayor who's been there as mayor 16 years plus the 8 years. So that is too much for somebody to do forever. And then the thing is too is that they do it at the age where they get super older, right? And they're not necessarily meeting people where they're at. Their policies are outdated. Their thoughts are outdated. And I hate to say that because there's a lot of seniors that do believe like us and they do want us to step up. But at the same time, term limits should be a fundamental
like a
basis.
no-brainer, no?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because leadership, especially, you should want to do it. You shouldn't wait last minute to jump in to want to run because maybe you're like, oh, my turn. No. You should want to do this because you care. And that's when we started super early because we knew what it took to ensure that everybody got to know our campaign. Because the mayor has been there for a long time. She's an institution. And that's the thing about running for office as an incumbent. You have all the resources. You have the ins and outs. You get to go to meetings that are supposed to be taxpayer money meetings, like actual independent meetings. But you politicize it because that's just the way the backroom works.
Right.
A lot of people don't know. I know this, right? Because I've been in the back. I've worked in campaigns. I've managed candidates. And I've seen how it works in the back. But that means that we work extra hard. 10 times harder than the average person. We're not beholden to corporations because that's not how we're going to do this. Best part is that term limits allow whoever's the current leader to be able to train, mentor, and motivate others to want to step up.
Right.
To want to step up. You know how many wonderful people I've met that may become the next mayor of Fontana? But I met a lot of young kids too who are seniors in high school who are actually deferring going to an Ivy League just to go to a school around here so they can stay and work on the campaign.
Wow.
And they're motivated because they do have a future. They're like, I want to do this. I want to have a better vision and future of Montana. They want to be environmental architects. They want to be environmental engineers.
I wanted to be an environment. When I graduated Fontana High School, I graduated as my major being environmental engineer. So
a lot of the kids that are involved in the campaign right now, that's exactly their major.
Wow.
And they're going to USC, they're going to go to UCR, they're going to go to all these places.
Shady College.
I mean, honestly, some folks, this is a little bit more affordable for them. Like, it is impressive how brilliant these kids are, but also that they care so much about Fontana and what it can be. And that's why term limits are so important because I don't see myself being there for 40, 50 years because this is the only thing I can do. If I can do a good job, I want to be able to do this for as many people as possible.
Right.
And I want to be able to do this as I uplift the next person, whether it be a Gen Z, a millennial, or maybe not, maybe somebody that's older than me that can actually lead in the way that we need. But like, that is the goal. It should never be just one person. And it shouldn't be just, oh, you're my friend, you do what I say, so I'm just going to pass on the baton to you.
Oh, you're the brother of the brother.
Or the brother, the cousin, or the person that this and that. Or even then, like, make promises, right? There's these leaders that like are institutional there for a long time, and they start making deals with each other so that folks turn their back on their community because they could be next. And it's like, that's not the point. The point is a democracy. The point is that the people should elect you, and the people have the right to fire you. Like you said, hold us accountable. That is why it's so imperative that the meetings go back to 7 p.m.
Make it accessible for us.
So people can hold them accountable.
Right. I'm not gonna yell at you if you keep the meetings at 2 p.m. I get out at 5.
And not only that, but then like they censor you. You're
Yeah.
there, and you're like, the one time we went, there was like 5 of us, and then they made the meeting. We were supposed to get 3 minutes, and they only gave us 1 minute.
Because you all talk about the same thing supposedly,
Well,
right?
supposedly because we're running out of time, and I'm like, what do you mean we're supposed to have the whole day for this? Like, I don't understand.
You got elected for the whole term, not
Yeah.
for 2 hours, right?
So it's pretty transparent and honest. We're not trying to like convince you to have this liberal socialist agenda. No, this is about local issues. This is about direct impact. This is about making the city work for its constituents and ensuring that everybody in the city can have an opportunity to thrive, live, work, and play in the city that they love.
Yeah. I mean, thank you, because a lot of people like that are in my shoes that are watching this, and they're saying that like, we want to get involved. We don't know who to support, and so I hope people, as I got to know Joss over the last few months, are getting to know you a little bit. You're not self-conscious anymore,
No.
right? You gave them a reason to vote for you. I encourage all of you to really do your own research at home. Look at the people that are running. Look what they're standing for. Look at the things that you care about, and see who actually in that ballot supports, the values that your family put on.
Yes.
And I feel like that's Joss, obviously. So
Thank you,
vamos a hacer todo lo posible. Yo voy a hacer un chingo de conchitas y para tu campaña, and we're gonna work hard, get people out to vote. Right now, vamos a ver si ya está el horno para meter las conchitas para chingarnos un champurrado y una conchota. ¿Cómo ves?
You know, it's so funny. They would say, oh, I'm going to roll up my sleeves and get to work. I actually did that today.
Yeah. So for the politicians that say, oh, yeah, we're going to roll up our sleeves, get to work, she did it. Y enséñales tu maldita todo sucio. Mira, así trabajó. All right, so now the oven's ready. So we're going to put these in the oven for you. Wow. And again, commercial bakery, 15-16 minutes and they're done. At home, you want to do it roughly the same time, you gotta flip it so that it bakes evenly. Over here, le ponemos el tiempo, ponle 17, because your big conchota, it's gonna take a little bit to bake, so we gotta make sure it bakes all the way through. Yeah, we're just gonna wait 60 minutes here at the bakery. Conchas will be ready. Nos chingamos un champurrado. You guys got to meet Joss, and hopefully you get to vote for her. Coming election.
Let's go.
Okay, so ya acabamos, ya casi. Mira, ya salieron las conchitas. Vamos. Vamos a ver.
Ya se armó.
Ya se armó. No vayas a agarrar el aceite, te vas a quemar, ¿eh?
Ok.
Awesome. ¡Woo! Mira tu conchota, Joss.
Wow.
Mira las mías chiquititas. Wow.
This is beautiful.
Can you believe you made that?
I feel like Shane Bong right now.
Like,
Con el
what
pan se puede todo.
What do you think your grandpa would say that you made
I think
conchas?
él siempre me quiso. He always loved me so much, and he decía su gordita, sus cachetitos, and he was always like, super amazing, and he's probably very proud right now that I'm probably the first one in the whole family to ever make conchas.
There you go, taking it up. And you can do this at home too.
Yes.
You buy the kit, you can do this at home with your kids. If you have a partner, do it with your partner. We're talking about making a dating date night, making conchas.
I need a +1, guys, so I don't know. I'm an expert now.
And you can do this with the whole family, bring it out. If you live in a part of the US that you don't have a panaderia nearby, guess what? You don't need one. Just order the kit. You can do this at home. So,
This is beautiful.
Joss, te vas a comer esta conchita bien chiquita. Just cuidado, no te vayas a quemar, ¿ok?
Nunca he comido pan recién hecho del horno. Así que ya se armó.
Nos pasa nuestro champurrado bien calientito. Ok, ahora, Joss, ¿a ti te gusta sopear tu concha?
Yes.
Sí, a mí también me gusta
me
sopear
gusta
la
hacer.
concha. Yeah.
Y pues me gusta casi que.
I don't think she knows what that means, but it's okay.
I don't think I know what that
Yeah,
means. Pero
okay.
más sé que me gusta hacer el dip.
Yeah, me quemé los dedos. Yo me quemé los dedos, Con
Okay.
cuidado porque es esta. I want you to. You want to rip that?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just try to rip it in half. Va a estar bien caliente, Bien caliente. Con cuidado.
No, si está caliente, güey.
Pues te sacaba de 325 degrees. But I want you to rip it so that you can.
911 is getting hot.
Mira.
Mira. Oh my God.
¿Te quema?
No, está bien rico. Where's the cream filling? I'm just kidding. This is amazing. Oh, mira.
Okay, ya, ¿te digo? Ok, un pedacito.
Oh, wow.
Ok, ahí va. Dale.
Cheers.
Thank you so
Alegrías
much.
Bakery. Compren el paquete.
When there's no words, That's when you know this shit hits.
The fact that I made this even tastes that much better.
I eat pan every day. Obviously, I make pan every day, but you can't beat freshly baked conchas.
I never had this in my life, and I like to eat conchas, pero está tibolito.
This is delicious. Hey,
Amazing.
thank you so much for coming out. My second guest. We're starting this new series, inviting people over, breaking. Like the significance of breaking bread together. I really hope we look back at this clip and you're sitting the seat, making decisions on behalf of us because we entrusted you with that. And I look forward to that. I look forward to the time from now until the election, and then holding you accountable, right? Because that's the best part of this. That this isn't because we like her because she's really cool, even though she's really cool. This is because we need someone in there making decisions for us, for really, you know, looking out for the well-being of the community, and that's Joss right here. And so, thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Joss, for coming back to Alebrijes Bakery. And yeah, get your kit. You know, we'll put a link below so you can order it and you can get that at home.
Thank you, everybody. Adios.
Bye.
Síganme los buenos. Hey.